So, log, just looking at this and like I'm just documenting because like if documenting is how knowledge can be documented, like say with distiller distilling information down to knowledge, then it makes sense to log, and so from a business perspective, like I ripped this out of my vehicle, because of information security. Like I just didn't want a microphone being that like good in terms of like listening to people in my car. So that's why I ripped it out. And like so probably in terms of having music play, this mic that I pulled out may be more sensitive. So yeah, anyways, like that's a decision that I made, and so like I have to live with the consequences of that decision, and like that is like that makes me want to talk about language and how there's no real language is informational, and there's like no informational charge to language really. It's like it's informational. So it's interesting that some languages like associated with being taboo, or it's like like some words elicit certain reactions to people, and that's an example of Pavlov's conditioning. Like I feel like people have been trained to react systematically through basic understanding of psychology, like reinforcement, things like that, and operant conditioning, in order to have very visceral and carnal knee-jerk like reactions neurophysiologically and biochemically to words, and that like sparks darts in their psychology. And that's like what I mentioned yesterday to my uncle, like I feel like the news just sparks darts cranially and manipulates others using it, and that's like malinformation. It's in the negative space. Like malinformation gets into the psychology like it's injected, and it basically is, and it puts malinformation inside your psychology, and it needs to penetrate inside the sphere, inside the membrane, in order to do that. So like paliperidone, they inject into my body with their needle, and they put malinformation into my body, paliperidone. And what that is, it's like a virus, a linguistic virus. It's like negative vacuum, and that's essentially what the attack is. It attacks you by opening and creating this volume, spherical suction, and it's like flood fill, that gap, that implosion, and that's the mechanism psychiatrists use, and that's the mechanism that cyber criminals use as well with information. They get into your psychology through auditory vibrations, like oscillations, like loud, bassy oscillations and reverberations, in order to trigger things like legislation, to take from you what is your patience in mundane operations. They want to treat people who deserve vacations and break them like their flow expert. But flow expert is my theory of lucid dream induction, and it's fucking gangster. It works out. Like flow expert, more like get baked in New Zealand. Psychiatrists, more like denying this, is fucking awesome. And that's like why psychiatry is so fucking whack. Attack, attack, attack.